Howdy, y'all. Caleb here. I'm a little late on this weekend's GT rundown, but let's get at it. All right, we had four GTs that I'm seeing here in BCP. I'm gonna focus really just on two lists. We had two Seraphim lists go 5-0. So the first one was at Notorious GT 2. There was about 40 people at this GT, and we had a hero, Stephen Morris, go 5-0 with Fangs of Sotek. Awesome job, Stephen. Well done. That's a big accomplishment there. Came in second place, just a few battle points short of winning the whole GT. He had Fangs of Sotek with Astro Matrix, a great grand strategy. Keep a wizard on one of the axes of the battle, and you're good to go. Usually pretty easy to achieve with Fangs of Sotek, especially because you have quite a few wizards. Pretty standard Fangs of Sotek on a lot of this stuff. You see this a lot in Fangs of Sotek. We had a Slan with Arcane Might, Astrolith, to extend your spell range. Engine of the Gods. You don't always see an Engine of the Gods, but it's a good pick, especially with Arcane Tome, which he has, so that you can vassal your spells through it. And we had a Skink Star Priest, 60 Skinks in the list, 2 Salamanders, and a Kron Spine, along with Gnashing Jaws for a Endless Spell. So good list there. A lot of, we got Skinks, we got Salamanders, we got Kron Spine, and we got great casting. And an Engine of Gods to do some summoning. So a great list there for Steven. Well done. Well done. Taking Fangs of Sotek 5-0 at a GT. But here is where it gets nuts. Look at this. Look at this. We've got Dean running a Koatl's Claw at the US Open Chicago. This is a big GT. I think it had almost 90 people at it. Lots of names here on this list. If you go through everybody that was playing here, we got some big names. And Dean wins the tournament with a Koatl's Claw list. 5-0, taking the tournament out. Guys, I don't know what to say. Our weakest subfaction can still do it. I think this, to be honest, I think Dean is, he must be a fantastic player, a wizard in his own right here, because he's winning with Koatl's Claw. All right, let's take a look at this list. We have a grand strategy, take what's there, so he's going to be aggressive, and I think that plays into what Koatl's Claw is. You're going to be in melee most of the time. We have a Slan Star Master with a Tixie Grub, so you get the rerolls and a heal. Always a great take for a Slan. Spell Stellar Tempest to kill off some hordes. We have a Saurus Scar Veteran on Carnosaur as our general with Dominant Predator, so you get some extra command points when you spend them. War Spear with Eviscerating Blade does some mortal wounds. Mount Trait Beastmaster, you get either run and charge, or you get extra attacks. Generally, you're doing extra attacks unless you just really need to get this Carnosaur somewhere. We have a Skink Starseer with Hand of Glory. Starseers are amazing to give either +1 save to your unit. Usually that's happening turn 1. And then turn 2 and on, generally you're putting -1 to rend onto an opponent unit that you're going to attack. And so a very good utility piece. Plus it'll give you extra command points. And he's also got Hand of Glory, which is just a beautiful spell that's reroll hit rolls of 1 for just about everything in our army. So Skink Star Priest is the next hero with Hand of Glory also. Skink Star Priest is going to be handing out mortal wounds onto a unit. So you're going to put this on his big unit of knights. And now they're going to be doing mortal wounds on wound rolls of 6. Really a force multiplier for a lot of this stuff, because we don't have a lot of rend. This allows us to have that mortal wound output. So with those two heroes and with your Scar Veteran, you're going to be able to really pump up these Saurus Knights. So we've talked about this before in our Saurus Knights video, but it's worth talking about again because this Koatl's Claw list won a major GT here. So we do have 10 Knights in one group. We have 2 MSU units of Knights. All of these will do damage because they have 7 attacks per model in this unit. And with those 7 attacks, you can make them, well, they'll get +1 to hit if they charge in Koatl's Claw. But then also, your Scar Veteran can spend a command point on them to let 6s to hit explode. You're going to be re-rolling hit rolls of 1 from the Star Priest, and you're not just going to be at -1 rend from the Lances. You're going to be at -2 because of the Starseer. So, a very potent attack that will do quite a bit of damage. Does he have Purple Sun? No. They are in Bounty Hunters. So if you're going into a GV, all of that damage is going to be 2. And the lances on the charge will be 3. Just beautiful. Lots of damage output if you can get them into combat. We also have Celestant Prime, Hammer of Sigmar, as an ally. This is a good pick. I still like Prime as an ally. He is expensive, but now that he has a ward save, he's worth taking because he can be tough. Now, do you take him and put him on the board turn 1 and just rain mortal wounds on your opponent? I guess you wouldn't put him on turn 1. You'd bring him down at the end of movement phase in turn 1, but you know what I mean. Or do you keep him up in the sky and let him build up extra attacks onto his hammer, bring him down turn 3, and he's doing, 7 attacks? So it just kind of depends on your matchup. If you've got a juicy target, you want to hit some mortals. From Slann, you're going to be doing Comet's Call, and you're going to be doing Celestant Prime Mortal Wounds. With that, you can take out support heroes. You can do some damage into things that you need to. So a good pick, good strategic flexibility, depending on what you need them for. We have 5 Source Guard to guard the Slann, take some wounds off him. 5 Chameleon Skinks, another strategic piece that he can put up in the sky and bring down when he needs them. They will do some mortal wounds, not usually a whole lot. It's really more of a piece to use to capture the objective, threaten the backfield, make them play a little bit more cagey because they know you have a possibility of 2 things up in the sky that can come down and get them. We do have those 20 Knights, which are just, that's going to be your damage output in melee in this list. We don't have any, the Carnosaur will do some damage. The Carnosaur and those Knights are going to be your melee damage. And then we also have a Bastiladon with Solar Engine. So nothing to buff the Solar Engine specifically, but once you get that Starseer in range, now the Bastiladon's hitting on -2 Ren instead of just -1, and it's going to be doing more damage. So Starseer is a great pick. We have a lot of that in Battle Regiment. Then we have the Knights in Bounty Hunters and the heroes, most of the heroes in Command Entourage. So we have a lot of drops, not as many as some people. 102 wounds, exactly 2,000 points. What an awesome, awesome player right there. Dean, well done. If you see this, let us know in the comments below how some of your games went, because I got to know how you took out this GT with a Koatl's Claw list. That's some top tier general right there. Well done. All right, guys. See you next time. If I can hit the stop button. There it is. See you guys.